Hi, everyone. Welcome to the 2021 awards ceremony for the Integrated Home Competition. We are so excited to be announcing our 17 winners from this year's competition. We've got a great agenda for the next hour or so. We're going to hear from CEE's Deputy Director, John Taylor, to give just sort of a little welcome. And then CEE staff will give some background on the history of the Integrated Home Competition and what you can expect. We'll also hear from one of our sponsors, Lieko Earle of NREL, to go into a little bit of detail of what we saw in this year's judging and some of the themes and trends. And then the second half, we will have our announcements about the winners, including our grand prize, as well as our winners, our honorable mentions, and our special recognitions before closing out and giving a sneak peek at what you can expect from the 2022 calendar. We're thrilled to have you here. We do welcome any comments or questions. Folks can at any point follow up with us. Our email address is competition@cee1.org. And we look forward to hearing from you throughout the rest of the year. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to CEE's Deputy Director, John Taylor, for some words.
So, hey, thank you all for being here. It's a lot of hard work to get to this exciting point in any project. We get to come together and actually announce innovators and winners of the 2021 Integrated Home Competition. And today's winners are going to join a distinguished list of past manufacturers who have led the way with regard to efficiency, innovative design, increasingly demand flexibility, and then obviously the main prize is achieving customer satisfaction so they keep coming back for more with a positive experience on all the elements these products deliver on. As many of you know, the reason we're going through such a competition is our energy industry is going through a pretty exciting but critical transition. And I've realized we should never say unprecedented. This industry has been through a lot of big changes. But the move to address the incorporation of clean, renewable energy that may be distributed in nature, and the role that the demand side, i.e. buildings, homes, is going to play is increasingly important. It may even be declared as essential. And so as we seek better solutions for customers that, yes, do deliver efficiency, they have to contribute to this decarbonization movement we've embraced as a country, as a continent, as a planet, and really allow our customers to actively participate in the solutions that help to decarbonize our energy ecosystem. And so the judging criteria really are intended to reflect sort of the agreement upon which we think we can declare these products will have performance that's going to empower customers to be part of those solutions. It's the consensus of our membership. And we've got a really great mix of utilities, statewide program administrators, regional and national efficiency advocates and market transformation organizations, and really well-informed, dialed-in research organizations, national labs, who are on the front lines doing the research to determine what technology is capable of delivering and helping us differentiate the best of the best. And so this is why our criteria have expanded beyond efficiency to address things like interoperability, simplicity of use, demand flexibility. We really do need to be empowering our shared customers to help them, to the extent they want to be part of the solution, contribute. And for those customers who want to set it and forget it, fortunately, your technologies are able to enable that possibility as well. So I think, there's a lot of positive here, but I think there's also something we have to acknowledge, such as unintended consequences. So there's a tremendous movement to decarbonize buildings right now. And perhaps that's our greatest calling in our careers right now, to work on that outcome and include lots of different stakeholders in that endeavor. But if we don't actively manage against the unintended consequences, such as new system peaks, new ramps, challenges having adequate supply to meet demand, reliability issues, then you might have to put in new peaker plants we're trying to get rid of. We may have to make major investments in supply side infrastructure that has dramatic effects on energy costs. So we can mitigate one problem, create another. And so the goal of this competition and the underlying criteria, and really the collaboration that you've all created, is to anticipate and address, the primary objectives, but also what are those unintended consequences we have to get out in front of, so we keep going for that least cost resource, so we keep helping our customers not have a burden when it comes to paying their energy bills, and still move the needle towards a cleaner energy ecosystem. So to that end, the competition really changed and grew in 2021. We added real categories for HVAC, water heating, and pool pumps You recall this started as a lighting competition, moved into a kind of a controls competition, how lighting integrates in the smart home, and now it's become a full-flung opportunity to recognize the best end uses contributing towards the end I've described. We've also incorporated natural gas end use solutions within each of the categories and really try to acknowledge that for some customers, there are opportunities to decarbonize and save energy, enhance reliability by choosing a better option when it comes to their natural gas products. And we keep having an open category because things are innovating so fast, we can't just presume what was once an appliance or was once an air conditioner is simply going to perform just that simple amenity. These products are smart. You all are expanding the capabilities of these platforms, and we recognize that and want to encourage innovation through the inclusion of an open category. So, ultimately what we're after are dynamic products for a dynamic energy ecosystem. And it's so exciting, as we review these applications internally and kind of compare notes on how the market's changing, it fills us with nothing more than hope. And that's really a reason to thank you for both taking the time to convey your successes and also rally around those winners and call for new innovation for the upcoming year. So I'll conclude by just recognizing, the energy management aspects is what CEE and its members care about. We know that's unlikely to be what gets a critical mass of customers to join us in this clean energy transition. Of course, it's part of it, and for some customers, it will be a major driver. But a big part of our strategy is riding the coattails of the investments the manufacturers are making, your companies are making, to provide new value to consumers in the spirit of better health or security, simplification, automation, time savings. Those exact functionalities can and are being called upon to enhance our energy systems and help customers live a cleaner lifestyle while also hopefully paying less in their bills. So thank you for those innovations and thank you for letting us ride those coattails. It's only through your successes that we have a chance for success ourselves. So on behalf of CEE's board, advisory committee, and management, thank you to all the entrants, particularly thank you to the winners, and thank you to all the sponsors and the judges who have put so much effort into applying these criteria in the real world. And lastly, thank you to Kim and Alice, who have put so much effort and so many long hours into the success of this competition. I'm personally grateful to them as well. So with that, let's move on to the rest of the agenda. And again, thank you all for the time and for the contribution to this shared cause.
Thanks, John, and my apologies for the audio snafu, which is not you, that was me. But thanks for that introduction. And I'm going to be a little repetitive in some of the next couple slides where I will just dive into the details of what this competition is as a little bit of background. This year really is new in many ways, but old in some. The idea for a competition as a really useful market transformation tool was something we came up with back in the early 2000s when CEE and our members utilities really wanted to see the lighting industry transform and get more efficient products out there. And so for 15 years, we ran this competition and revisited in 2017, realizing that while the lighting industry had been mostly transformed, there was this whole new space that CEE had been working on, the connected, integrated home, where we're really on the cusp of a lot of new developments, exciting stuff. And as John noted, our members and utilities really need to get at some deeper savings where we're looking at time and locational value. So we rebranded into a lighting and homes for tomorrow competition last year. And this year we're kicking off really what we're super excited about, a fully integrated home competition where we're looking at all products and services across the residential space, trying to find the best, most innovative ones that will contribute to this vision that we kind of talked about. The purpose is multifaceted. There's lots of different stakeholders who have a seat at the table here. For our members and the utilities, it's really about getting insight into what is coming down the pipeline, where manufacturers can develop some of these new functionalities and capabilities, and see into the lens of the future a little bit and know what's coming to market. It's also a chance for us to really support and endorse those products that do meet this vision and reward leadership through a variety of promotional tactics throughout the year, and really kind of reinforce the vision and the tenets of interoperability, efficiency, demand flexibility, security, and consumer amenity. We're really getting a little bit redundant there, but the competition is part of a broader platform at CEE that we've been working on for over a decade. We just launched an integrated home initiative this year as well, which really complements the competition by creating a set of really codified minimum requirements out of the different product categories that we want to see. It focuses really on this reliability, intercommunication, and for consumers, these benefits really have a lot of different aspects. They enable someone to have energy management over their home. They improve customer experience, quicker callbacks on products or things that are going wrong, and it really just adds value without compromising amenity. For utilities, certainly the ability to have time and locational value and be responsive to those needs as the grids and the distribution system have various needs. It allows third parties to be part of this ecosystem, and it really supports the broader decarbonization goals of safe, low cost, and reliable energy. Certainly another category on here is for manufacturers. There's a ton of value add in being able to serve the customer and deliver a lot of these value streams as well. Certainly, we're not the only ones who think this is a great concept. We've got a phenomenal array of about 30 sponsors, ranging from gas and electric utilities to trade associations and nonprofits, federal government, national labs. So super thrilled to have all these folks on board. And our judging panel this year was comprised of a variety of remote judging as well as in person. What we had is a mix of experts from across a very wide range of backgrounds, being interoperability, specific end uses, utility perspectives, and those expertise really brought a very well-rounded group of judges who could really dive in and look at all these products and dig into them in very serious detail. We'd spend 30 or more minutes on each one, really taking them apart, using them. And so I just want to thank our judges and note kind of that they really were instrumental in giving these products all a really deep look. The evaluation criteria we used is very robust. It's, again, years of developing what is most important, and these tie directly to our integrated home initiative. I won't go through them all, but certainly you'll see some common themes here about efficiency as well as functionality that enables interoperability, positive consumer experience, security, and definitely quality and amenity. And now you're gonna hear a word from your sponsors, quite literally. Lieko Earle has been one of our longstanding judges and supporters. She knows this competition in and out, and she was actually there this year. So I'm thrilled to turn it over to her to share some of the insights and experiences from this year.
Awesome. Thanks, Alice. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I was going to say, maybe I should ask someone not Alice. I apologize for the side view video. My camera's acting up today. So yeah, I'm Lieko Earle. I'm a research engineer at the National Renewable Energy Lab. And for the past couple of years, I've been really fortunate to be able to participate on the judging panel of this competition, thanks to support from the Department of Energy's Building Technologies Office. I'm really excited about this webinar and the winner announcements that'll be coming in a couple minutes here. And as you saw a couple slides ago, DOE and NREL are just a couple of the many, many sponsors who have stepped up and supported this competition. I think that's really telling of how important it is that we're having these conversations and deliberately calling out forward-looking products and their manufacturers to recognize their role in moving the needle forward in this space. Do you want to move that? Can you move the slide one? Yeah, so utilities and programs are always looking, they're scanning the scene for products that deliver both efficiency, energy efficiency, but equally importantly that they're high quality in terms of their technical functionalities and reliability. Of course, they really depend on these cutting edge innovations to complement their program strategies to achieve their energy goals. At the same time, being part of this conversation allows them to understand what is emerging in terms of technologies and trends so that they can design their programs to leverage them most effectively. But I also want to take a minute to explain why we at a national lab is so enthusiastic to support this effort. Our angle, of course, is a little bit different from the program implementers. But as an organization, whose mission is really focused around promoting and enabling energy efficiency and clean energy, we've long been keen on keeping tabs on what tools are commercially available and mature that homeowners can use today to be able to automate or manage their energy use most efficiently without sacrificing comfort. It's really important for us to stay up to speed on all the exciting developments and things like HVAC and lighting and other end uses. And it's also pretty fun and exciting to watch this innovation space grow. At the same time, being invited to participate in competitions like this, we're staying abreast of what's out there in a way that helps us identify kind of over the long term what gaps and research needs are that are not being met in the private sector. So it helps us to strategize over the long term and to look for ways to do our work in a way that is supportive and complementary to all the great innovations that are taking place in the industry. Next slide, please. So in terms of trends that I noticed looking over this year's entries and winners, there are a couple of high-level things I can say. First, I think we're seeing a lot of increased efforts around interoperability, which is always exciting and a hot topic. Lots of products expanding available communication protocols and cross-platform compatibility, which is always helpful for moving kind of the whole space forward. And secondly, and John spoke to this earlier, but we're seeing a lot of emphasis on the development of non-energy benefits, or what we used to call non-energy benefits, all the things that make these devices desirable to the consumer. That's from user interface design to like comfort and convenience features. It seems like everyone's on board with the notion that we want to give people kind of multi-dimensional value from connected products, and like, hey, by the way, they just happen to be saving energy. So I think this is all great. And thanks again for letting NREL participate in this exciting competition. And without further ado, I'll turn it back over to you guys to announce the winners.
Thanks so much, Lieko. And with no further ado, we will announce those winners. Just to briefly set the context, we're thrilled to have 41 entries this year across our wide range of categories, including home energy management, heating and cooling, water heating, lighting, window attachments, and many more that we didn't anticipate. And so that made for a really great judging experience. And from these, our judges selected one grand prize winner, all around best in show, along with 6 additional winners, 5 honorable mentions that they were also excited to see these products, and 5 special recognitions that the judges wanted to identify a specific area where these products excelled. And with that, congratulations to Sinopé Technologies, our grand prize winner with their home energy management ecosystems, available in both Zigbee and Wi-Fi versions. These ecosystems address the largest loads in the home to help consumers save energy and money with their easy-to-use app. Of course, the best person to tell you about this would be Sinopé Technologies, and so I'm pleased to introduce Maxime Labonte, Sinopé Technologies Chief Commercial Officer. As CCO, Maxime oversees product and market development in addition to commercial orientations for the Sinopé brand and all other products manufactured for their OEM customers. Welcome, Maxime.
Thank you very much. You hear me, yeah?
Yes.
All right. Well, first of all, I wanna let you all know how of an honor it is to have won that grand prize competition. Honestly, it's very meaningful to the whole team that wakes up every morning, comes to the office. We're a team of about 70 people in the suburbs of Montreal that really thrive to develop the best ecosystem of products, and to see that we're being recognized by organizations and by competitions that happen throughout America really gives us the energy that we need to be able to keep on innovating and developing new solutions. Maybe we can go to the next slide. So who is Sinopé Technology? So we're a strong team of innovative product and projects across North America. As I mentioned, we're a team of about 70 people, and we did become, over the time, Canada's largest smart device manufacturer for the residential and multi-residential sectors. So we really develop products for end consumers and try to bring them functionalities and features that will allow them to automatically optimize their energy usage. So we're a very strong R&D team, as mentioned, that thrive to bring new and affordable technology, turnkey and customizable solution, because we are 100% vertically integrated. So really, from the white sheet of paper all the way to product launch, everything is done, designed, and developed internally. And we have a strong sales team, meaning that we are really connected to the market and able to adapt solution products to really address market needs. Next slide, please. So energy optimization has always been part of our DNA, and we really did and do develop on a daily basis solutions for connected homes, really the residential home, the homeowner that wants to optimize his own energy usage. Connected buildings, so when we're talking about multi-residential building, I don't know, condo tower of 300 units that has maybe 1 meter and wants to optimize the energy consumption to avoid peak during the day. And electric grid energy management, we're going to see a bit later the solutions and tools that we offer to power utilities so that they can offer to their own customers solutions to avoid these peaks and have some rewards. Next slide, please. As Lieko just mentioned a couple of minutes ago, smart home features are also a way for the consumers to choose a different technologies. So yes, we are going for multi-platform compatibility to really allow the end user to choose the daily to use the platform they want to use on a daily basis to control the devices. And we also build in some nice and fun features to allow some automatization of the home. Geofencing, for example, you come back to a home which is always at the right temperature, but you make sure that when you leave, the lights are turned off and there might be a wanted setback, a temperature setback, to make sure that you're not wasting any energy while not present in the home. Automations that are triggered through time, action, or events, schedules that can maybe be part of that this same point. Different scenes, so fun things. A scene could be a lighting scene that you just apply for dinner. So we're talking about some fun facts, some fun features to really um, let the consumer choose our technology. Detailed energy reports. Well, that's where it becomes very interesting, and that's where the core DNA of Sinopé kicks in. Is every single of our devices have metering capabilities, so you're able to know your energy consumption in real time on a 48-hour basis, 30-day or 24 months. And to that, you see the outdoor temperature, so you're able to monitor and see at the same temperature if you're consuming more energy or less energy than before you might have added some automations or some activated some features. And of course, compatibilities with the leading home automation platform and voice assistants, as mentioned. Next slide. The 2021 winning products. So, of course, we talked about the full ecosystem of product. You're going to be able to see on our website that we have a wide array of different products in different technologies, as Kim mentioned. But right now, I'm only going to focus on some very innovative and new products that have either been launched or are going to be launched in the next couple of weeks. Next slide, please. So the line voltage thermostat for heating, cooling, and the mini split interface. This is by far and probably the biggest announcement that we've done in the past years. In fact, what we're doing here is we're tying in the heat pump of the homeowner to his whole ecosystem of product. How is this done? So there's a small interface the little black device that you see there, that you connect in the compatible heat pump, and that will automatically uh, send commands to your heat pump if we believe that it's more efficient to heat your main area with the heat pump as opposed to using your baseboards for that room. For example, 0 degrees outside, you go on your thermostat, you ask for 22 degree. We know by the level of efficiency of your heat pump that you previously programmed in the platform that it's more efficient to heat with the heat pump. What we're going to do, we're going to allow the heat pump to turn on, the baseboards are going to stay off, and if we see that we're having difficulties reaching the desired value, the desired temperature only with the heat pump, we're going to turn on the baseboard at a very small, maybe at 50% of its capacity. On the other end, right on that thermostat, which also controls the baseboards in the room, if you go into cooling mode, we're going to turn off all of the baseboards of your home or of your apartment, okay? And we're going to only allow cooling from the heat pump. How many times has it happened in the past that in transition periods, you heat at night, cool during the day because of the sun? And that you forget to set back the thermostats and you cool the environment while you heat it at the same time. Everything is fighting one with another, and there's no direct interaction between the products. So this is something that we're bringing to the table where there's direct interaction, connectivity between the different devices of your home, between the baseboards and the mini split, and not allowing the baseboards to kick on if you're in cooling mode. And if you're in heating mode, and we know that it's more efficient to heat with the heat pump, we're going to prioritize the heat pump and not the baseboards. Next slide. To that come, of course, some of our other thermostats that you will have installed throughout the apartment or throughout your home. So in other rooms, or there's a floor heating thermostat, for example, and we have low voltage or other baseboard heating thermostats that you might just want to have in your environment of product. Next slide. Smart water heater controller. So you're not without knowing that one of the biggest energy consumption device of your home is the water heater. So we've been asked for a couple of years now to bring something to market that would tie in the water heater to the whole Sinopé ecosystem of product in order to do some demand response event directly on the water heater while not sacrificing comfort of the end user. Okay, because from our past researches, what we've seen is that consumers tend to go towards connected devices for an increase in their comfort. So they're extremely scared to give away control, to participate to demand response programs while impacting on their comfort. The water heater controller that we're bringing here has temperature sensors that will allow the tank, the water heater, I'm sorry, to automatically opt out of an event if we see by water consumption that the end user is going to run out of hot water during that event. Of course, it's an option that can be activated or deactivated. Next slide, please. We talked about bringing some nice and cool products to market to kind of give an incentive to the end user to participate in a full ecosystem. Well, the smart adaptive phase dimmer that we're launching this week, most likely, is an adaptive dimmer that is configured to eliminate the light flickering on LEDs. So we've had light control systems at Sinopé for the past couple of years, but now that everything is moving towards LED, some of the chargers were having difficulties. Well, the dimmer was having some difficulties to really adapt. So the smart adaptive phase dimmer really allows for a forward phase or reverse phase dimming in order to optimize the dimming phase from 0 to 100% of the light capacity. Next slide, please. The Sinopé ecosystem of product. I'm not sure if everyone is familiar with the different products that we have, but of course, energy products, the core of the business, or energy specialists, so load controllers, thermostats of all types, smart plug outlets, and yeah, everything that has with to do with energy control, water leak protection system. So once again, other features that come in and tie it all together. We also have level monitoring system for propane distributors. Next slide, please. Eco Sinopé. So Eco Sinopé, what is it? Next slide. In essence, it is our feature, our program that ties in with the power utilities to help reduce energy demand during peak times. What is it exactly? So there are really two faces to the Eco Sinopé feature. On one end, it's a tailor-made program adapted to the power utilities need, and that allows the devices and platform to adapt to time of use rate. And on the other end, it's a feature that the end user activates and that will optimize energy costs for the end consumer. Maybe we can go to the next slide. The way that we do it is that we allow the end user to activate different profile when participating to a demand response program with the utility. Meaning that not everyone has the same sensibility or has the same goal to achieve while participating to an event. That's why the profiles range from the cold sensitive, so someone that might want to have as little impact as possible, but maybe also a little bit less savings. And on the other end, at the other scale, spectrum of the scale, there's the daredevil, which might really want to activate, maximize savings, does not really care about comfort, or it might also be in an area of the home where he doesn't go very often. Next slide. How does it work? So you're going to see on the right hand side, it's an example where we activated the balanced profile. So what's going to happen is 2 hours prior to the event that's communicated by the utility, there's going to be preheating by, for example, because it's the balance, +2 -2. So we're going to preheat 2 degrees. During the event, we're going to offset by another 2 degrees. And then after the event, we're going to bring the temperature back to the desired set point at that time. Okay. EcoSinopé allows the user to define different behavior for morning and for evening events, and allows also the user to define different profile depending on the devices that they have in their home. So we might want to have a different behavior for the thermostat in the living room as the one in the bedroom. We might want to have a different behavior for the thermostat in the bedroom in the morning as in the evening. So this is all customizable for the end user. It's also a program which is customizable for the power utility. Let's go to the next slide, please. The advantages of choosing a program like this: automatic cold load pickup after electricity outage. So we're not going to bring back all of the devices at once. Gradual comeback of the thermostats and water heater after each event. Once again, we're not bringing back all of the devices at once to create a virtual peak or a real peak, but to offset a peak. It's designed with the end user and power utilities in mind, meaning that I've said it previously. What we see is the end users are kind of worried to give away, to participate to events because they're scared to be cold or to run out of water and stuff like that. This is the reason why we decided to activate different profile to give them a choice, but also allowing the utility to set some programs. detailed and advanced reporting for each event. And then, well, I mentioned it, the ability to tailor a Sinopé feature for each utility. Very briefly, last year we did a beta version of Sinopé, and what we saw is that the end user erased an average of 210 kilowatt hour for the whole period between December 1st and March 31st, and saved between $50 and $150, meaning that depending on their profile, consumers told us that they were going to participate again in programs like these because they save some money while minimizing impact on their comfort. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much, Maxime, and congrats again to you and your team at Sinopé.
Thank you very much.
We're out of time for questions, but please do feel free to put those in the Q&A box, and we will make sure we get those answers to you after the webinar. With that, we'll move on to recognizing our winners. First up here, we have Smart Dry by Connected Life Labs. This is a retrofit for your clothes dryer. So you can see the sensor box here in the front. That's magnetic. You just stick it in your dryer. Nice, easy installation. If you've got a gas dryer, you plug it directly into the hub here. And what this does is senses when your clothes are dry and can alert you and turn off your gas dryer. So this offers a clear value proposition for consumers, the ability to save money and energy, and keep you from shrinking your clothes, making it very attractive to consumers, especially those with older gas dryers. So congrats to Connected Life Labs. Next up, we have the Carrier Infinity 26 air conditioner with green speed intelligence and the Infinity 24 heat pump with green speed intelligence. This pair of products offer very high efficiency, and they both have a sophisticated setup and automatic configuration that includes things like leakage calculations and zoning features that make it more customizable for the consumer, as well as helping save energy by understanding what's going on in the home and managing to that. So congrats to Carrier for this award. We've got the Emerson Sensi Touch Smart Thermostat. You can see both the thermostat and the app here. The judges thought that this was all around a great thermostat product. It's attractive, the app is intuitive to use, and it offers great energy management features, including the ability to set up dual fuel heating products, which is useful for consumers who may have multiple heating products in their home and want to manage to that. So congrats to Emerson. Here we have the Rheem Proterra heat pump water heater. So this is a high efficiency electric water heater. It works with the Rheem EcoNet app and thermostat. And the judges thought that this was a sharp user interface that helps consumers understand their energy and hot water usage, not normally something consumers pay as much attention to. And a really unique feature was the ability to see the element health to help customers proactively manage their water heater, schedule service calls as needed, and avoid those cold water events that, you know, everyone hates to jump in a cold shower. And so helping consumers avoid that and understand their water heater a little bit better. So congrats, Rheem. Here we have the Hayward TriStar Variable Speed 950 Omni and Hayward TriStar Variable Speed 900 Omni Ultra High Efficiency Pool Pumps. So these are variable speed pool pumps, so they're highly efficient, and these products work with a variety of the different smart home platforms to fit in any consumer's home, whatever they've already got in their home or plan to add in the future. And because they're variable speed, they offer a pretty short payback period of just a year or two, making them a great value to the consumer. Congrats, Hayward. Here we have the Good Earth Lighting 240-degree LED motion activated floodlight. So this security light offers flexibility because it has multiple mounting options, and you can see the lights there and the motion sensor all have a wide range of motion, so it's easy to set up and customize to your house and outdoor space exactly how you want it and where you want the light to be. And the controls in the app are easy to use and well suited to the application to set up your different timing, your amount of light, and you never have to get back up on the ladder and mess with your settings. That way you can do it all through the app. Congrats to Good Earth Lighting. So those were our 6 winners. And again, please do use the Q&A box for any questions. We will field those at the end or get back to you with the answers after the fact. But now we've got our honorable mentions. So first up, we have the Rheem Prestige Series EcoNet enabled variable speed 20 SEER heat pump and Rheem Prestige Series EcoNet enabled modulating 98% AFUE gas furnace. So this pair of heating equipment works together in the home. They can be installed separately, but the judges were particularly excited about that application where they'd both be installed, and the EcoNet thermostat and app enable the consumer to switch between the two of them automatically to optimize heating, energy, and bill savings in the home based on the ambient conditions in the region. Congrats to Rheem. Here again, we have the Rheem Maximus gas condensing water heater. This is a very high efficiency gas water heater, one of the highest that the judges had ever seen. And like the other Rheem products, it works with the EcoNet thermostat and app to show consumers their energy and hot water usage, which the judges felt was a unique addition for a gas water heater to help customers proactively manage their energy bills and hot water use. Congrats, Rheem. Here we have the Good Earth Lighting 24-foot indoor-outdoor LED smart color changing light strip kit. These are really popular, and so the judges were excited to see an energy efficient product. They thought it was a lot of fun to use and modulate the color based on music or other sound. And they felt that this product also offered really high quality colors, even ones that other products struggled to hit. And so they had a lot of fun playing with this one at the judging event. Congrats to Good Earth Lighting. Here we have the Legrand Smart Lighting with Natatmo. So you can see one of the switches in the photo at the right here. But this is a whole family of switches, standard and dimmer switches, ceiling fan controls, both wired and wireless options. And it's a Zigbee lighting control system. And the judges thought that the user interface was really intuitive. The switches had a nice look and some different options for your home, especially with the addition of the wireless switches, which allows you to place them anywhere in the room. The app also offers the ability to input your lighting wattage and track your energy consumption that way, which was a great add for a lighting control system. Overall, just a well-rounded offering. So congrats to Legrand. Next up, we have the Minka Air Windmollen ceiling fan. The judges thought this was a high quality ceiling fan, and you can see one of the color options here. It's got a couple of others. And the fan looked great in person. The app was really intuitive. For example, rather than just having a button that reversed the direction of the blades, which customers might not understand why they might choose to do that. It offered a summer and a winter mode. And the fan also works with a variety of different home automation platforms to fit whatever the consumer's preference is in terms of using their different systems or voice assistants that they prefer. Congrats to Minka Air. And last but not least, we have our special recognitions. So we have a special recognition for resiliency for the Savant Power In Charge product. So this is a smart breaker, smart panel product that can help consumers increase their home's energy resiliency and flexibility, which the judges found particularly compelling with the growing impacts of climate change that, you know, many, if not all of us have been dealing with over the past years, you know, blizzards, hurricanes, fires, heat waves. And so this offers a really compelling way for consumers to understand and control the loads in their home, and especially if they're considering things like solar or battery storage alongside. Congrats to Savant Power. Here we have a special recognition for innovation in design and engineering for the iFlow HVAC hydronic furnace. This is a hydronic furnace, so it takes the heat from hot water, either from a tankless water heater like a Navien unit or a heat pump water heater, whatever you've got, and extracts the heat from the air and delivers the hot air throughout your home through your existing ductwork. The judges thought this was a really innovative emerging product, and that because it uses these two pieces, the iFlow hydronic furnace and a water heater that it pairs with, this offers a lot of flexibility in terms of the equipment combinations, installation, dual fuel uses, so you could install it with, say, a heat pump water heater and a backup gas water heater, as well as enabling granular control for the customer in terms of the unit modulating the water temperature and the air temperature and the air speed to ensure that consumer comfort. The judges are really excited to see how this product continues to develop. Congrats to iFlow HVAC. Another special recognition for innovation in design and engineering for the WAC lighting strut product. So in this image here, it's those black tracks across the top with the pendant lights hanging down. There's a huge variety of different modular lighting options that you can add in terms of, you know, downlights, pendants, sensors, different things. And one thing that the judges thought was really exciting was that, you know, this can, while the unit's plugged in, you can swap out these modules. And if you've got the app up, you can see when you pop it in, it shows up on the app. If you remove it, it's no longer there. And so that made it really consumer friendly and highly customizable. You know, every time you're swapping something out, you don't have to like reconnect it to the app and reconfigure it. And so that was a really user-friendly aspect. And so congrats to WAC Lighting. We have a special recognition for innovation in safety for the Modern Forms Ultra Smart Fan. You can see in this photo here, the purple area above the fan is due to the UVC module, ultraviolet C light, above the fan. So what the fan does is channels the air from the room up past that UVC module, which can help to disinfect the air over a period of time. And the judges felt that this offering really meets the current moment and offers a great opportunity, particularly for settings like senior living and hospitality, where you do have people moving in and out of a space frequently. Congrats to Modern Forms. And here we have a special recognition for innovation in design and engineering for the Rollies Acmeda Automate Motorized Roller Shades. You can see this is just one of the shade types and colors here, or fabrics and colors, sorry, here in this image. The innovation here that the judges were excited about was the combination of the solar panel for an interior product, which is less common compared to exterior products, as well as the batteries are completely hidden within the round motor that you can see there. So there's no, bulky battery pack or wires necessary, especially if you pair the batteries with the solar panel. There's no need to hardwire the product, making it great for retrofits, or no need to plug it in. So congrats to Rollies Acmeda. So with that, I know that was a whirlwind quick overview of our 17 winners. So please do ask questions, check out the website. We have all this information and more available there. And I'll do a few quick announcements, and then we'll answer any questions that you've got if there's time. So you can find us in person in 2022 at a variety of events, and many of the winners will be attending these events as well. So beginning in January, we'll be at Lightivation, AHR Expo, ResNet, the Home Performance Conference, and the Hot Water Forum. You may catch us or our sponsors or these winners at other places as well. But we do hope to see you if you're interested in learning more about these winning products or about entering your products in 2022. As John mentioned, we've hugely expanded our product categories over the last couple of years. And so in 2022, we're looking for kind of any and all integrated home products, gas or electric, that are able to offer those energy management and load management capabilities. I'm not going to read through this whole list, but just know if it's connected and it saves energy, we're interested in it. Please consider entering in 2022. There are some great benefits to entering. I know Alice touched on this earlier, but the winners are well positioned to receive future utility endorsements or get folded into pilots or full-fledged programs. Because this award helps indicate to stakeholders that your product is high quality, and it distinguishes your connected home products from others in the market, as consumers and other folks are looking to understand what the best products out there are. And all of our entrants, not just our winners, receive feedback from the sponsors or the judging panel, so that you can understand what the judges found most compelling, or where they saw room for improvement in the future. And of course, if you're looking to enter in 2022, we'll be opening up submissions in February. If you're here, so you're probably on our mailing list, but if you're not, please do contact us or visit our website to get involved and make sure that you get these notifications when we launch the competition, and making sure you meet that submission window. With that, I'd like to open it up. If there's any questions, you can feel free to use the Q&A box or raise your hand and we can help you unmute. Thank you. Alice, are you seeing anything come through?
Nope, I don't see anything.
All right. Well,
And yes, the slides will be, well, Kim, how will the slides be accessible? We are recording this and the slides will be available. How can people reach those?
Yeah, you can find those on our website. This will all be posted and available for your reference. Well, with that, thank you all so much for making time for this. Please do reach out to us or visit our website if you've got any questions, or if you want to get on our mailing list for the 2022 competition. And have a great rest of your afternoon. Thank you.